default. I think this is the one we were on. Yeah, I think this is the one we were on. Okay, I'm gonna try to go to the moon. Okay, I'm gonna just add 4, add landing legs. If you want, no, I'm gonna not go straight for landing leg, because I have some things that I need to buy. I'm gonna launch, get into the sphere of influence of the moon, do a bunch of science, and come back. Because I don't have the technology for moon landings yet. So then I want to go straight flat, like this. Takes some time, but then we... So we're now in space. I've seen this before on YouTube as a decent way to get around easy, like get into the moon's sphere of influence easy. I've never done it before. Usually I just pack a bunch of Delta V and hope for the best. We have to go 2,000 meters per second to get into orbit. know we have enough fuel, but what I'm worried about is to get enough fuel to deorbit. Okay, is that 70,000? Okay, well, that's fine. Add maneuver. Let's just... Okay, so we're in orbit now. Do we get different amounts of science if we're in, like, actually in a stable orbit? Let's see. No, we don't. So I just want to see how high up this is. Okay, good. So now we just time warp until we get an encounter. Missed it. Because once we get into... Oh no. Okay, this is fine. This is less fine. Okay, I don't know if I could classify this as fine anymore. Okay, this is bad, but if we keep spinning, the heat will distribute better between everything. Also, we are still going 18,000 meters per second. So I doubt Jebediah Kerman's ability to survive re-entry right now. I'd rather have Jebediah Kerman crash into the ground than, you know, die like he's been cooked in a microwave. Okay. So bad news is, we completely failed our go to the moon's sphere of influence and do science mission. We've completely failed that because for some reason our orbit just, kind of canceled. But the good news is Jebediah Kerman did not die, which is a very low standard for Kerbal Space Program. It's just them not dying. Now we just safely land. Still surprised that he survived going like Mach 20. What were those explosions from? Is that from the big engine we just kind of left? This is fine. This was a waste of time, but still it's fine. To the moon and back. Okay, so I did something, because we did kind of circle around. Actually, I don't think I've ever survived the way back to the moon. Like, the first time I ever went to the moon is, I ended up sort of safely landing the lander. And the only problem was, I landed it on its side. Okay. Okay, so I've decided I'm gonna do something simpler. I'm going to put a very... Actually, no, I can't do that. Because I don't have electrical stuff yet. I don't even have the basic. Yeah, I really need more science. Oh, hey, someone joined. Hello. Okay, so how do I guess I just... Okay, I'm gonna launch. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. They left. Okay, so we're gonna launch this. I'm gonna try it one last time and hope for the very, 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 very best that I don't time warp by because I got impatient. Because I just want to get more science so I could successfully... Actually, you know what I just thought of? Once we get 90 science, which we should easily be able to get from this. I could put a space station either in orbit around the Moon or in orbit around Kerbal. It would be pretty simple. It would just be crew module, probably some sort of command module, solar panels, batteries, some science, you know. I do, actually, if I get 180, I'll do this. I want to put a I want to get the docking ports, because once I get that, I'll be able to do easier missions, because I can just put something in space and meet up with that thing in space. Okay, this time I'm just gonna do a different thing. Okay, so the Moon's right there. I just realized if I had like any smaller of a screen, I would not be able to understand anything going on right now. Like that big dial in the center takes up so much of my screen. It's like 1/3 of my screen. I'm still not used to it. I never play this game with sound on, and when I do, I don't have headphones on. My headphones have that like 360 thing, so when I do this, it goes from all angles of my headphones, and it's so weird sounding. I did kind of launch at a really bad time, because it's just like unable to see anything. I'm trying to keep the camera angled so you can at least see the shadow of the ship. Okay, so pretty soon it's gonna do that thing where it like makes me go super fast. Okay, I'm gonna time warp ahead a bit and correct if I feel like I need to correct. Okay, I've got my moon counter. Just gonna time warp ahead because I'm not manually waiting because that's like way too long of a wait. So that's my moon escape. And then when I escape the moon, Okay, so I'm just gonna go in a little bit to make sure I'm absolutely in the moon sphere of influence. Okay, so I'm definitely... Because sometimes it does weird things like that. Observe material base. High over the moon. Keep experiment. Keep experiment. Keep experiment. Keep experiment. And then we can crew report. Be very, you know what, just because I finally managed save game, quick save, and now that it is quick saved, EVA. EVA report, board, collect all. Okay, so now I can just time warp, because I don't need to be here anymore. Basically, I'm gonna have to be very careful with my judging, because I don't want to go too fast to guarantee the survival of the ship. Because you're really gonna want to kill off your speed, like, as much as possible. Basically, you don't want to leave orbit with any higher than, like, 1,000 something, like, you know, if it's not too much higher than 1,000 something, you should be good, but, you know... I have made a grave mistake. This is fine. It's getting a little bit toasty, but this is fine. We survived this once. We can survive it again. What doesn't help is the fact that I cannot see how close we are to the ground. Because we're 7,000 meters above sea level, but if we're in the mountains, we could be 5 feet from the ground. I think we're okay. Okay, those drogue chutes fully opened. We, so far so good. I just want to make 100% sure that I have contained all of, okay. Just because I don't want to lose the science. Okay, so maybe I did choose a really bad time to launch, because, like, I launched when it was daytime over there, but I forgot it's gonna take forever, and it was nighttime for most of the trip. Come on, Lucas. Come on up. Okay. Like I said, good thing we stored the data. Recover vessel. think we should get maximums. No! Oh, it's fine. I forgot to get a little bit of extra science by doing the experiments down there on the ground, but... 207. Okay. We got more than needed. Because now I can get... electrics, miniaturization, and save the vest. So keep the rocket. Move this down. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna do... where is it? Is it down here? There it is. Okay, so we're just gonna put this little space station into orbit. Which I know for a fact is possible, because we went to the moon and back. Do we have those little tiny tanks yet? No? Okay. So I'm not going to include too much fuel for, like, docked vehicles. I'm just going to include one of these kinds of fuel tanks. Which, you know, not a lot. But, like, you know, if you were in orbit and you needed to deorbit, it's enough. Now, as you can see, this is a relatively large and heavy thing. This is a $13,000 space station. That's like, the rocket doesn't even get included. I just want to double check I have everything. Let's add 2 radiators, right here and here. Anything else? Oh, I almost forgot. I need a communications dish to transmit all this science. As if I would actually get science, because I know for a fact I wouldn't. Okay. A $15,000 space station, plus the rocket, makes this $50,000. I think this will be our most expensive trip yet. Now, I do want to be very careful with who I take up. In fact, I might... So, I'm gonna keep... Another extra scientist and that. I don't want to get rid of, like, our good ones, like the original ones. I'm just gonna send up 2 random ones I just got, and then Valentina Kerbal. Okay, I just want to make 100% sure that everything's, you know, fine. I got radiators, I got antennas, I got solar panels, I got batteries, got science, I got fuel and docking ports. I think I got absolutely everything. probably should have only bought one Kerbal in the living quarters, so I could just keep the living quarters and the pod, one of them, like keep the living quarters full at all times, and the pod empty at all times. No specific reason, just because you don't want to be in a pilot seat for the rest of your life. Solid rocket boosters. I'm always surprised by how well those actually separate. When I first started playing this game, they would always just, like, destroy my ship at all times. Okay, this is farther than I wanted to go, but I mean... And away we go.
Hello.
Hi. I don't have the... I'm doing space... I'm doing literally rocket science right now, so I can't check who that is. So how's your day going?
Take your time.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
I'm doing well.
Oh, that's nice. One sec, I'm checking. View comments. Oh, hello. Okay. Hello, D-dubs. Okay, so the Zoom flight. Oh, hey, there's a second one here. Hello, whoever you are. I'll just pause to check. Oh, hey, my friend, William's here. I'm just putting a space station to orbit, Mr. Blue Color. I totally don't know who you are.
Simply because you're putting more effort into paying attention to chat, I'll help you break into the double-digit sub count.
Yes. I had 10 subscribers at one point, but one of them unsubbed because I put more attention into Twitch than into YouTube. And I only did that because my YouTube wasn't working. Okay. 96,000. No, let's put it a little bit higher. 150,000. Okay, that should be good. I just want to make sure everything's fine, because once I detach this, I won't be able to do any corrections. Okay, so let's Extend radiator. Extend radiator.
May I ask why you're on a polar orbit?
Huh? Polar orbit? No specific reason. I meant to do, I'm not like a big, I don't know the terms. I meant to do the other kind of orbit, but I forgot I have inverted controls on. So, I did up and it did left and right instead of what I meant to do. So, let's extend these. Extend antenna. I don't know if you were here for it, but, I went to the moon and back. I went up to the moon, sphere of influence, did science, and then came back. Lights on. Alright. Space station in orbit. Okay, I don't think any of my science experiments will do anything. But, I mean, I included them anyway. Tracking station. Oh, that's louder. So, polar orbit, space station. Can I rename the thing after the? I can't. Toggle debris. Whoa. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that.
You can, but you need to be flying it.
Oh, thank you. I'll, do that shortly. Titled spacecraft. One sec. I have to be very careful not to, like, do anything to the... Oh, wait, so... Suborbital and orbital. Okay, so I can't do anything about those. These are just... that's gonna eventually just crash into Kerbal, so I'll leave that. Speak of the devil. Okay, leave tracking. Actually, let me fly this so I can rename it. Okay, so... How do I do it?
Select the capsule and there should be a rename vessel option or something similar.
Thank you. Edit name. Okay, let's call this... What should we call it? I'm gonna let whoever answers first decide. Any ideas?
LOL.
Okay, one sec. So... Lost. Open station T. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Lost. Okay. It's now named Lost. Okay, so let's go. So now that we have a space station in orbit, vehicle assembly building. Do you think... I mean, I know we just did a space station. But do you think
I
we could...
thought I was so clever naming one of my save games, Astrotech Rocket and Janitorial Supplies LOL.
So, so I'm gonna do one of two things. Send a probe to the moon, or mid-miss, one of the two, or send a space station to the moon, which I've never done before. So I'm gonna just open up Old Reliable, reroute this to that, and just remove that.
If you don't have solar panels, I would not recommend launching probes.
I don't have the extendable, but I have the solar panels. I have the non-ones.
But you're on Sandbox, aren't you?
Huh? No, I'm not. I'm on science mode. See, because if I had Sandbox, I'd have, like, way more stuff. I'd have, like, 20 more radiators. So... let's just go with a... So let me think. So let's just remove this.
Well, those are good enough. As
Yeah.
long as you have a way to get power.
Yeah, I wouldn't have launched the space station without a deorbiting engine if I didn't have solar panels. So that goes there. Decoupling. There we go. So electrical. It's nothing too special. Okay, like that, and then pods. Put that there. Do you know if these little Communitron 16s will reach back to Kerbal, or do I need the big one? Or do I have to, like, launch a probe around Kerbal and then launch one to Moon as a relay? Because, like, these look a lot better, but did not look like they could reach back.
I think the little one will reach, but I'd use the big ones to have it capable of relaying for future missions.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I might just put a single of the big ones. Like... actually, no. I'll do, 2 facing. Like that. That should be good. So I got plenty of communication. Oh wait, this is completely off. These need to be down a stage. Like that. So, down a stage. Move this up a bit so I can see the coupler. What the coupler is this? So I put this up here. And the staging is all good. So once I get past the re-entry, I'm gonna extend all of the antennas so I can control. Because if you don't have antennas, you can only do prograde and like limited control, and you also can't set up any maneuver nodes. Slow down just a little bit, and then okay, so this is a really weird looking probe, like, just like this, it's a really weirdly shaped one. I should have set this up as an action group. I don't know why I didn't do that. Extend antenna. Extend antenna, and just one more. Extend antenna. Okay. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Actually pretty nervous because I have the ability to gain power. I know I have enough fuel to get there with more because I already went up there and came back down with a bunch of fuel left. What I'm mainly worried about is if these antennas will reach. Because, like, they aren't the greatest antennas. Okay. Okay, perfection. Time warp until I'm in. So I enter. So you know what, before I continue doing anything, I'm gonna create a quick save. So that's my min escape. So this is okay, so if I point my engine towards the moon, I should like slowly orbit myself, right? Because I'd slow myself down?
Aim retrograde to slow.
I'm just gonna get a little bit closer. Okay, so I wish I had those SAS blocks, or the RCS blocks, I mean. Okay. So I'm just gonna let this slow itself down. Because I didn't mean to send my ship spiraling. No, stop. I'm just trying to... Give it a moment. Man, it's just not slowing down. I don't know why I keep checking my height. It shouldn't matter. Like, does it matter how high I am on this one? Because, like, there's no atmosphere, so it won't slow me down no matter what height I'm at. I just want to double check that. How much power do I have? 200, 200. In here? Full. I have full electric charge. if I wanted to be realistic, I should have put a, a probe core on that booster, so I can just, you know, so I can crash it.
The engines generate electricity while running.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well. So I, successfully orbited the moon for the first time. Okay, tracking station. I'm gonna get rid of that piece of debris. I know it's not realistic to just terminate it, but I mean, I'm gonna. Orbiting the moon. Okay. Okay. There's two? One sec, I want to see what this one is before I destroy it. Well, if this is the booster, what was the other? Huh, I must have had one from my previous mission to around the moon. Okay. So now it looks like there's a Death Star laser coming out of the Earth, and into the moon. But the good thing is, there's now a relay around the moon. So that should mean, if I remember correctly, that I don't need a really high-powered antenna if I land on the moon anymore. Okay. Now, I'm going to try however long it takes to successfully land on the moon. Once I successfully land on the moon, I'm gonna end the stream for today. So, again, I'm opening Old Reliable.
You're right, but as the probe orbits, you will get and lose signal.
Yeah, if I put it in a, I don't remember what the name is, but there's a kind of orbit where it stays over one position because it goes the same speed as the rotation. If I put it on that, then if I was in that area, I would be fine. But, you know.
Geostationary.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Is that the right sized coupler? Okay. So, I want this engine. Boom. Boom. Four. Move fast. I'm gonna just turn the shroud off. No, wait. How do I turn the shroud off? Can I do that? Okay, let's just quickly reroute from that. Ooh, no. I meant to reroute, so I want that as that, and then move this down, because I want to make sure that I don't, you know, just destroy the engine when I land. Okay. So this is going to be a one-way unmanned trip, because as much as it would be nice to land a Kerbal on the moon, I've never taken off from the moon, and I don't want to risk a Kerbal. Why did I put a decoupler there? So I'm gonna But that, science. Battery. Probe core.
In my opinion, Minmus is easier to get to and return from since it has even lower gravity than Mun.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, but personally, I think I'm gonna stick to the moon for now, the Mun, whichever one you want to call it. Just cause it's less of an ease and more of a I don't know. It's not an ease, just I don't know. I just want to do it more.
I get it. Less for the ease of the mission and more for the posterity of having done it.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna do like a series of launches in a series of streams. So earlier today, I was just gaining science to be able to do this mission. To do these missions. Then, I went on a flyby. Then the orbital relay that I just did on stream. And now trying to land an unmanned mission. Okay, like that. So if I successfully land this correctly, I will have... Oh wait, that's gonna be uneven. I need to do it like this. So then it's on the other side. Yes. Okay, do we need radiators? I don't think we need radiators. I'm gonna stick with no radiators. Because it's just another thing that the electricity needs to power. And I don't have any mining equipment. Okay. I hope we can do this first try. Probably should have double checked the staging first. Okay, my bad. How loud are the rocket engines for you? Because for me, they're like really loud. Oh, hey, a third viewer. Someone else to join. This is like my most viewed live stream.
Pretty loud here too. Not
Okay.
quite enough to drown you out, though.
Okay, here, 1 second. I'm gonna turn them down for me. 1 second. Spacecraft. I think that would be the one I want to turn down. Let's make it 35. Save and exit. Oh, that's so much better. I hope it's better for you guys.
Much better.
Thank you. I mean, sorry, you're welcome. Don't know why I said thank you.
Better.
Oh wait, was that another person? Was that the new person who joined? Oh, you just put in a spelling mistake. Did you know that if you put in LMAO, it just corrects it to laughing instead? I wonder if they do something like that for other things. I'm trying to think of, you know, something to say during this, because I don't want it to just be silence. But, yeah, have you guys ever played this game called Subnautica? Because I have a series on it that I need to continue at some point, and, when I first got it, I thought, oh, it's a cool ocean survival game. It's a terrifying horror game. That I 100% recommend, by the way. Whoa, why didn't it, I pressed the button and it didn't press, so it just shot straight by my moon encounter. Yeah, I'll just slow myself down using the engine until I get an encounter.
I've got Subnautica. I made the same mistake of assuming it would be a nice exploration game instead of the aquatic nightmare it is, lol.
I know. If you look, I saw Markiplier's playthrough up until he saw the Reaper, and that's when I started playing it. And I wish I watched the episode after the one I watched, because one episode, and I would have reconsidered my entire idea of playing that game. And like I've played it so many times after that to try and get over the fear that it's gotten to the point where I've gotten over my fear of the Reaper and the Ghost Leviathans to the point where I live at a Reaper spawn in my main save. Like, I never thought I'd be able to survive mentally at a Reaper spawn.
Have you seen the Big Mama?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I've completed the game a couple times. I assume you mean the Emperor Leviathan. 'Cause they're pretty scary. Okay, so now I need to... It turns so slowly, but I don't want to use any of my engines.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Being in the water near that thing is quite an experience.
Yeah, but like, even if you know for a fact you're perfectly safe...
Also trying to dive as far as possible outside the crater.
Oh, yeah. I want to build a base there on, like, the live stream I do. Oh, wait, am I pointing the wrong way? Yeah, I'm pointing the wrong way. I think I need, yeah. I want to, I saw this person do it before. There's a certain area in the void where it just dips down and gives a small little area of ground. And I want to build a base down there. It's like, it's beyond, I think it's like 2,000 something meters deep. Okay, so me doing this should slow me down instead of speed me up. Right? Okay. Okay. Just quick saving here, so I can,
I'm
you know...
still mad about a ghost Leviathan breaking my big sub after taking forever to build it, and that was almost 2 years ago, lol.
Yeah. Oh, I played that game, like, last month. I've actually fallen in love with that series. It is one of my favorite ones. But, one time I quick saved before, like, right after I got it. I went over to the back of the Aurora and, purposefully blew it up because I never seen it blew up. And I thought, you know what, I want to see what happens. And I love that animation. Also, something I've promised myself to do is in this playthrough of Kerbal Space Program, when I unlock the moon launch pad, I'm not going to use it. I'm not allowed to use it. That's like my rule. So let's just do a quick burn, just slow ourselves down. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna land on the dark side of the moon. You know, the landing spot's not the bad thing. It's the successfully landing when I'm at the dark side of the moon. Maybe if I do it right, I can get to the light side of the moon with enough fuel to land still. Okay, it's a time warp, and it should be easier to land here. Ooh. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna time warp too far forward. I don't want to use too much fuel, like, on useless stuff. I want to use as much of it on landing. Okay. I used too much. Just. I can't time warp, so I'm just gonna go. Might have to revert back to that quick save eventually. They only have 200 meters, like basically 300 meters per second. Man, if you like make one wrong move while trying to land on the moon, you go so much slower than you need to be. Okay, we may be sideways, but we've landed. We're also kind of gaining speed down this hill, which is bad. So this is the one we want to do. I hope I loaded the right quick save, because if not, I just sent us back way farther than needed. Okay, good.
I'm going to head out for now. Left a like and sub so I'll drop in again another time.
Okay,
Have
I might
a
be
good
like...
one.
Okay, see ya. I might be alive again today. Maybe tomorrow, for sure, but... Okay, I'm going to do this one final time. One last time, because I'm getting mad at myself for failing. So, I will try to land this. I'm altering for the light side of the moon. I did this wrong. Okay. My final time is starting now. Because I got too impatient. It's okay to be... Oh, shoot, my phone died. 1 second. I'm gonna plug my phone in, land on the moon, and then end the stream. I'm going to extend the antenna. Okay. I'm going to create a quick save here. Okay. I would say, why is this so difficult? But I'm literally trying to land on a moon. probe core's still alive, it's okay. If the probe core's still alive, it's okay. The probe core is not alive anymore. Actually, no. Yes, it is. It is alive right there. Technically speaking, landed it on the moon. I know I said that that would be my last one. I gotta get off soon, because it's getting late at night, and, well, not late at night. It's getting close to nighttime. And I just, like, I don't want to spend the rest of my time before dinner landing an unmanned probe on the moon. Yeah, so that's not surviving that, because that is going way too fast. I put in the title Kerbal Moon Landing, question mark, and I would rather have it be Kerbal Moon Landing explanation point. No, stop. Load save, quick save. Basically, I have to full throttle the second I load in. Because I want to be going very slowly by the time I land. And real fast, I do want to... Okay, my antenna is extended. I just always want to double check that, because I will always need antenna control. Okay. So, as technically speaking, as long as one of the solar panels is facing to the point where the sun can hit it, and the probe core is alive, it counts as a landing. And I count this as a landing. If we ever slow down. Yet again, very happy. Did not send a Kerbal. Oh no. Oh. Stop it. Stop spinning. If the engine could point down, I could stop us, but I don't want to just send us flying. Also, the camera can glitch through the ground on the moon, which I find kind of funny, but not the time to, you know, talking about stupid things in this game. Okay. I would like it if you would stop moving, please, Lunar Lander. I think we will slow down fast enough to not go over this hill. Please, I just want to stop so I can do my science experiments and transfer them back to Kerbal. That is the only reason I came here. Well, besides being able to say I landed on the moon. So... transmit data. I'm actually really happy that this is working. Log temperature. Transmit data. Transmit data. Can we do any, like, crew reports from this? No. Okay, so this is considered basically dead after transmitting all that data. You know, eventually it will get back enough for me to turn hibernation on. Okay. To the space center. Now I'm gonna, you know, spend my science. And then gonna call it a night. Okay, 1:39. I don't think I could get anything past this with that, yeah. Having those extendable, having those precision engineering and advanced electronics would be nice, though. SpaceX. Oh, what if next stream I land a, rover here? How much is the thing that gets me those tiny... So 90 plus 90. Dang it, that would be 180 science to get the necessary stuff to make and land a rover. But I know I said this would be my last thing. I just remembered something very crucial. If you have a rover with science experiments on it, you can drive around the entirety of the Kerbal Space Program, the KSC, and that will cause that will let you get a bunch of science without leaving the planet. So this is also a preview of the rover I would launch. Science. The only one of these that I'd have to pack multiple of is this mystery goo. And that's because they have the goo in them. So I need to do something like that, and then okay, so those should be easier to access, and then now mirror. Now the only thing that I couldn't possibly tell you is what you call it? I couldn't possibly tell you. Oh, is if one of these solar panels would be enough to power it. Like, definitely not going to keep it moving forever, but it should be enough to go on, so like land it on the moon, and then go from biome to biome with, you know, some breaks from here and there. But the rocket I've been using for my past few moon missions is a pretty decent rocket. Log pressure data, experiment, log temperature, keep experiment, and mystery goo. Collect all. Now I could just drive on down. Obviously, with all of the science equipment on the back, up front I'd have to weigh it down with like a battery and a solar panel to try and get it a little bit more evenly weighted. I could also put the science experiments just like closer to the center of mass. Okay. Because it would be better off to have it be perfectly even for ease of landing and takeoff and stuff. But right now, I'm still very proud that I got, I made a lander survive a landing on the moon. Not land. It did not do good landing, but it survived the landing. Put a relay around in the orbit, put a space station, which can actually kind of also act like a relay in orbit around Kerbal. And then I designed this little rover guy just now. Happy with my, usefulness of today. Tomorrow, I'll try to transport this to the moon. I will, probably try to put, I don't know, maybe a relay around Minmus, maybe put an actual human-operated lander straight up on the moon. Okay, so now mystery goo. 4.5 log pressure data. 5.4 log temperature. 3.6. Then you put this here and drive around this little pool. And then we go to the space hangar right over here. And then I'll do one more after that, probably the vehicle assembly building. Because I'm gonna just do however many of these I have the mystery goose for. Collect all. Log pressure data for over here. Log temperature. Observe mystery goo. Collect all. So this stream has been pretty popular. I had someone who I didn't know join, then someone else who I didn't know join, but helped me out with a couple of tips and tricks. D-Dude, I think that's what his name was. D-Duds, I think, actually. And then I had William join, which is nice. Watching this, whoever you are watching after this probably will not know who he is. But, you know, it's fine. Log temperature, experiment, and then use the last one. Mystery goo. We'll cover vessel. And that should give me enough to get the landing stuff for the rover in the next stream. Yes, I got more than enough. So I'm gonna unlock it and then go. For propulsion systems, yeah, this is the one I want. Now, this was a fun stream. I will see you guys the next time I stream. Not to be that guy, but also like and subscribe.